Now today I'm going to show you guys how to cook chicken chow mein. Hang on, what's going on here? Seems like we've got, oh how horrible, kids in the house. Anyway, right, okay, what have we got to eat here? Right, the chicken, right, first we need egg noodles. Now they're going to be put in boiling water to soften. We've got bean shoots, that's the word I was looking for. Some fresh chicken, some brown sugar, some vinegar, soy sauce and some salt. Now you can use white or brown sugar, but I'm going to have a go today with brown sugar. Now that's it basically. The first step then is to put the noodles in boiling water.
Can I go now? Yours.
Firstly, we're just going to pour some boiling water on the egg noodles. I'm just going to let that sit for about 4 minutes until they soften. They just soften up. Yeah. And then what we're going to use the entire jar of these bean shoots and including the water that they're in. I'll just smush those down in there a bit. And they're already starting to soften up. Right, next thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to prepare our mixture of brown sugar. So about 1 spoon of the brown sugar, and I'm using this, I think it's rice vinegar this, but cane vinegar, but it doesn't particularly matter, just some kind of vinegar. About a spoonful of vinegar. And mix that together, and we're going to use a fair old amount of soy sauce actually. Use quite a bit of soy sauce. So put it all together and get it all ready for, I guess so far we've put in about 1/4 of a bottle there.
Oh.
Stir it all together so that when it goes into the mix it will caramelise hopefully and produce ourselves a nice sauce. What we might do, we could put a bit of garlic in, it might be quite fun, but we'll just do it without garlic this time. Okay, and then finally what we need to do, we need to cut the chicken into slices. In fact, what I prefer to do personally is to use some scissors to cut it into thin strips like that. So, you can see a bit better. Cut into some thin strips like this, and then they'll just fry up in the wok ready. Okay. Right, we've got the gas on a medium heat, and I've actually decided to put some garlic in. I forgot. In goes the chicken, a bit of sunflower oil just to fry it up with, don't put too much, and start cooking that. Decided to put a couple of cloves of garlic in. I'll put those in a bit later, and also we need about just a small amount of salt, maybe that much, to go in the mix too. So that's all ready to go. So let's get this chicken fried. Right. Just frying the chicken, I want to make sure all the water is evaporated and the chicken has a proper cook. And when it starts to look brown on the outside, it'll be ready to add to the next phase. But while you're waiting, it's always a good idea to drink some wine with your cooking. It gets you in the mood. Anyway, this rather nice bottle of wine can be acquired for less than €2 locally. So, cheers. Right, the chicken's now looking about cooked, starting to get brown. So I'm going to put the garlic in. Don't put the garlic in at the beginning because it's overcooked. So get the full taste, you don't want to cook it for too long. So just quickly get the rest of that out. There we go, put the garlic in. Make sure the sauce has got a stir. There we go. Now that can now stir in and hopefully it will now caramelise nicely around the chicken. Once that's starting to look a bit brown, add in the bean shoots. Okay. Good. Now bean shoots. And I'll turn up the heat a bit, I think. That nice and warm. Stir that in a bit. We're getting quite a large amount of sauce down there. And then finally put in the noodles. Now being drained off. And give it a good old stir in. Add in a bit more soy sauce to taste. There you go, very good dose in the soy sauce. Add in the soy sauce. As well, if you like cooking like this, get some big bottles from a good supplier, not too expensive then. Another thing you can do with this is to add some grated carrot. That works well. But that now is looking about ready. So let's go and test and see if it's any good by feeding it to the children. Now to test and see if the food's any good. Okay, kids. Did you like the food?
No.
Well, you've eaten it all, little toe rags. You wanted to eat mine. So, yeah.
Yeah, sure, I like it. No.
Yeah.
Because if I like it.